I'm still getting used to my Beats. You know, my headsets. Some people may not know what Beats are.
It's going to take a little bit to get used to them, but
yeah,
you like them.
I do like them. They're cool. They're cool. Out of bounds, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. Good morning. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. As Saints fans, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I actually I got fired up about the game last night. Poured a little Lagunitas and was ready for the Saints to play well. And then
starting to think that loss was on you.
Yeah, it could have been.
I
mean, I watched them Sunday and they lost, and I watched them Thursday and they lost. Maybe I should go back to not watching them.
You're hurting me.
Evidently,
doesn't feel good. I got to put the blame on somewhere. I never blame myself for anything.
No, I know that.
Yeah.
Or Drew Brees or Saints or the players.
It's the savior of the city. I will never. Nothing is his fault. Sean Payton brought a Super Bowl trophy there, so it's not his fault. None of their faults.
Drew?
How long does Sean Payton get to ride that Super Bowl victory?
I mean, evidently, according to Jackson and Saints fans, forever.
It's been like 8 years.
7+ million. And will this be the third year in a row they may not make the playoffs?
He is immune. He's got immunity forever. It's okay.
Immunity?
Yeah.
You talking about all those players the NCAA interviewed from Auburn, Alabama, and Mississippi State?
Sounds like they were interviewing Sean Payton.
Wow.
And they have.
Evidently, Sean Payton got immunity in the NCAA investigation, too.
He did.
Wow. All right, the Out of Bounds show is brought to you by, what do we want to do here? We know Four Roses Bourbon, and let's go with the bone-in ribeye at Shapley Steakhouse in Ridgeland. You can visit shapleysteakhouse.com. Our Twitter handle @BowBounds, and the number is 601-707-3750. We have the Hover Helmet giveaway. MSU and Ole Miss helmets. They are on the set. You can see them. They're just twirling away.
Nice.
Compliments of the College Corner Store, Trace Station in Ridgeland. You have to watch the show on the webcam via our Facebook page. You can watch it on the app, or you can go to YouTube, type in Out of Bounds Sports. You can see the set. All you have to do is screenshot it, tweet it to us @BowBounds, @College Corner MS with the picture. Boom. That's how you enter, and you could win. And they're the retail $100. They're super sharp, and man, they look good on this set. Actually, I'm going to hate it when we have to give them to a winner. I mean, I'm excited for whoever wins, but they look great on the set. You got the Vandy helmet, the Ole Miss helmet, the Arkansas Razorback helmet that looks like it's about to fall off, and the Mississippi State helmet. Liz, Money Honey.
When are you giving us your picks?
You want me to give them at 8:45? All right, I'll give my picks.
Because people need time to debate you.
Ole Miss, Vandy, and Arkansas, MSU at 8:45.
All right. So,
do we have a caller? It's a football Friday, man. We have high school football tonight. Florida LSU tomorrow. Arkansas Mississippi State has been wild the last 3 years. Ole Miss Vandy, I don't know how much sizzles there. If Ole Miss plays like they should, it should not be a game. But I don't ever know what Ole Miss is going to do against Vanderbilt. At one point, they lost 4-6, which was about the weirdest, craziest thing that was happening in the SEC at one point.
What is that now?
But Shagermeister and the Rebs should take care of everything. I mean, who in Vandy's secondary is going to cover all 4 to 5 guys that are going out to catch a pass? Right. Crickets. Do we have Joey? Joey on the C Spire iPhone 7 caller line. Joey, what do you have for me today? What's up?
Hey, Bo, I tell you what, you were talking about this state championship game there, Presbyterian Christian, MRA. Let me tell you, there's some guys on that Presbyterian Christian team that could start at Oak Grove and Hattiesburg.
Oh, no doubt. Now, they lost last week, Joey. They lost to Prep, so it's Prep MRA. But I do agree that, well, first of all, there's plenty of players on MRA, Prep, and Presbyterian Christian that could start in 5 and 6A. Obviously, Sadiq Charles is committed to LSU. You know, this Ely kid, they call him the Reggie Bush of that league, which means he could play for just about anybody in the state. And then Presbyterian Christian's got those 2 running backs. One of them's got offers to Southern Miss and Tulane. So, yeah, we've said this for years. There's always been, but people didn't look at it that way. But there are plenty of players in MAIS. I mean, Magnolia Heights sent how many starters to Mississippi State? Over the Cam
What?
Lawrence, who was the offense? Addison Lawrence, Ole Miss.
Cam Lawrence, is he still with the Cowboys? Or
I don't think he was a grinder, man. He was on the practice team, which I still think he
made
make
the roster
80
for
to
a
100.
little while, 1 year.
Yeah.
He actually made the 53-man roster 1 year, I remember.
Yeah.
But then I tell you what, over at Meridian and Pearl, both teams have 10th graders getting D1 offers. I mean, they'll be flying all over the place. As far as our seniors in our Dandy Dozen, it's not like last year, the year before. I mean, it's kind of Cam Akers and maybe the rest. But if you look at what's coming, oh my goodness, the talent level it's going to way supersede last year's squad that Dandy Dozen.
You think so?
The next couple of years. Oh yeah, there's several kids I could tell you in advance about, but Eli Stringfellow will probably be. He's just everywhere. They're calling him Eli / Stringfellow, and he's as good as the one at Ole Miss. I don't think they're related, oddly enough, but it'll be like a remake. And it's just the quarterback play is finally good. You picked on that, and you weren't wrong, but it's finally good. And I tell you,
well, Cam Akers is going to start over Shea Patterson next year at Ole Miss.
Dang right.
That's not happening.
I know. I just thought I'd have fun today.
But he is an incredible athlete.
There's no doubt.
You know, his best benefit may actually, some people would call it crazy. But his best deal may be to take a Southern or a La Tech, run the numbers off the top of the roof, and go play professional football.
No. Well, thanks for the call, Joey. I mean, look, you go to, Ole Miss, LSU, Georgia, or Ohio State, and you play running back. Tom Luganbill told us last week, I asked him who Cam Akers reminded him of in high school, not this past Sunday, because Ezekiel Elliott's, 4 years older. But he said Ezekiel Elliott. Cam Akers reminds him of Ezekiel Elliott in high school. Now, I don't know. Maybe Cam beats out Jacob Eason or Shea Patterson at quarterback, but I'm thinking he's going to play running back.
More than likely.
By the way, Joey, good call, and I love that you keep up with high school football and give us some nuggets. Let's pump the brakes. Poo-pooing on this class. Sometimes I think we go overboard on, believe me, I've been on here for 15 recruiting classes. I've heard it all. Especially, nobody hypes like Ole Miss fans, but MSU fans have had their somewhat fair share. Right. But let's pump the brake. I mean, look, Cam Akers, Willie Gay, Miles Luganbill continues to tell me Miles Brennan can play. Okay? Colin Hill, Jordan Murphy's committed to Tennessee. Before we just say, I love how these guys do this, because we don't, that class isn't this class isn't this. Let's see, because you've got Cam and Willie Gay are the two guys.
Right.
But it's Cam and a drop, and then Willie, and then some would argue. But if Miles Brennan goes on to become a successful Power 5 QB, how many successful Power 5 QBs have we had the last 10 to 15 years from this state? Right. Tyler Russell played some good ball at times. And outside of that, maybe you got to go back to Jason Campbell.
Yeah, you're going deep.
And, Sylvester Croom ruined Omar Connor's career. Let's be careful before we just say this class is not talented. We know we have a super stud in Cam. We know that Willie Gay has gone bananas this year.
He may end up being a super stud.
He may end up being really good.
He is. He's really
and Miles Brennan may throw dimes. So let's
You know how
I'm
we
just
are.
not buying that this class doesn't have talent. Now, as far as depth, that's a whole nother discussion.
Right.
But we said that last year's didn't have depth. It was top heavy with Raekwon and Jeffrey Simmons and those type guys.
Right.
And AJ and DK. Well, actually, that
It's a good class.
you could argue if it goes like we think it could, that was pretty darn. When you get into 8 and 9 deep, that's pretty strong. And one of these, usually one or two between 10 and 15, or between 11. Let's go out of the 10. Between 11 and 15 become really good athletes. They're raw. They need the right diet and the right training because they're from rural Mississippi. They don't have access to the right stuff. And once they get to Oxford or Starkville or wherever they go, they become fantastic football players. That happens all the time. So we may have 2 or we may have 4 or 5. But that end up being really, really good. So I'm not buying that. We'll take a break. Out of bounds. ESPN 105.9 The Zone is brought to you by the Fuel Off-Road Wheels and the Pro Coat Spray and Bedliners at RPT and Rick's Pro Truck. 2 locations, I-55 South and Flowwood Lakeland Drive. I forgot to get into the coaching carousel. What if nothing happens? Everybody stays put. Let's discuss. Eddie O at LSU and Sumlin and Strong survive. Where does that leave Tom Herman?